Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Dale's Rails. It's been several weeks, for the last several weeks I've been battling the flu. In fact, it's probably the worst thing I've ever had to experience. In fact, there's a couple times I wasn't sure I was going to make it, so I finally was able to make it down here to the train room. I made a couple of purchases just right after the first year, so these will be like my first purchases of the year, and I haven't even got to open them, so I thought I'd take some time to do an unboxing video on these. And it's a couple items I bought from my favorite store. I bought these at Trains. They had them on sale right before I became ill, and so these just been sitting around for a while, and I'm just glad to be able to get down here in the train room and again and do something. But this was such a bad case of the flu that I managed to, it's one of those things they say, well, doesn't kill you, make you stronger. Well, I was there at one time, and I guess that's true, because I managed to lose 20 pounds in the process without even trying. So, you people take care out there. I mean, this is kind of a weird season, so apparently a lot of this is going around right now, and I'm just able to feel strong enough and well enough to come down here and be able to do this. But so I'm really relieved from that regards. And I knew back when if you guys remember my last video, I had experienced a deal where I'd cut my finger pretty severely and had to have stitches. Well, the day I had to go into the minor emergency to have that done, I sat there and waited 2 hours, over 2 hours in the waiting room just to stitch this up. Well, that waiting room was full of a bunch of sick people, and I had a sneaking suspicion at that time, with all the people that were coughing around me, that that probably was not an ideal situation. Yeah, that's right. It took them over 2.5 hours just to get me in there and stitch me up, so that was fun too. But enough of that. I want to get on to this video here, making a video on this. Also, kind of do a little history on this. This is a model that I purchased just because I got a good price on it. Plus, it was of a road. I really don't have any in my collection, so I wanted to add this particular model in my collection. It's something that I passed on once before, and I seen it come around again, so I thought I would take the time to grab it this time. And it's another Williams model. We're going to see here. This here's a Williams kind of nice that it's in this styrofoam container. Get this off of there. They always do a great job. So this is it says a Williams Wabash loco. So this is a Wabash locomotive. And so this is a model of a Train Master. Now, the Train Masters, to be quite honest with you, is something I just never really could get excited about. This particular model, the Train Master itself. It's kind of one of those models that once I came around and bought one, then now I can't seem to stop. So this is kind of neat. It's got the original 4 new traction tires in there. This looks to be in pretty good shape. This model here, I'm not sure if it's a Williams by Bachmann. Supposedly you're supposed to be able to tell on the bottom here. It'll say Williams by Bachmann, but it just says Williams electric trains. It doesn't say anything about by Bachmann, but you know, this engine's supposed to be equipped with that True Blast too, and I think the Bachmann models are the ones with the True Blast, but I'm not 100% sure about that. This does say FM Trainmaster on the box. We got a little tag in here. It says HR Trains and Toys, so that must be where it came from originally. It's got a price tag of $110 on it. That's interesting. FM Trainmaster Wabash cab 558. So, you know, when I was looking at this particular model to buy it, it was hard for me to tell if this was black or if this was a navy blue. And now that I got it here, it's still kind of tough to tell, but that's a navy. I'm sure that's navy, just to be able to compare it to the frame down here, which is black. So this would be a very, very dark navy. You know, this model here looks like it really is in really good shape. If you can see these rollers here, yeah, I can tell there's a little bit of wear on there. So it's been ran, but I don't think it would have been much. You know, I don't think these Williams models you can get them to get all these little, got quite a few of these little popcorn peel things all over it from that container. So, you know, I think we'll take it here and run it around. Let me grab something real quick here. You know, if any of you are familiar with the Wabash Railroad, if you know where it ran, I believe, if I'm correct, it ran from Illinois all the way through Ohio. It even went into Pennsylvania. In fact, there was the Wabash terminal was in Pennsylvania. I believe it was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it also ran through Iowa and Missouri. In fact, there's a kind of a neat story behind this. If you guys are familiar with any of the Clint Eastwood movies, Outlaw Josie Wells, apparently there's a good story behind this. There was a section of track that was built originally by the North Missouri Railroad back before the Civil War, and it was a stretch of track that ran from actually St. Louis through St. Charles all the way to, I believe at the time it was Hudson, but I believe that's modern day Macon now. It actually had 3 sections, with the final section being from Hudson or Macon there all the way to, you know, the Iowa line, so Iowa state line. In fact, This road ran through Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Missouri, Ohio, and even the province of Canada, or Ontario. And kind of a neat story during the outbreak of the Civil War. Apparently, the section of track, mainly from Macon to St. Charles, was pursued by both the Union and the Confederate. And if there's a story behind this where, if you guys recall, the movie Outlaw Josie Wales, I believe those were the Missouri Rough Riders that picked up Josie Wales, and the guy introduced himself as Captain Bloody Bill Anderson. Well, the story goes it was Captain Bloody Bill Anderson that actually tore up the section of track between St. Charles and Macon. So that stretch of the track was came under attack by Bloody Bill Anderson of the Confederate Army. Same Bloody Bill Anderson that invited Josie Wales to join them. So if you guys remember that movie. So I thought that was kind of an interesting story. And, it had a torrid history during that time. And it wasn't really until after the war that section of track got rebuilt, and it was then acquired by the Wabash Railroad Company. So that's a little bit of history on the Wabash. If I can get all this debris off, there's quite a bit of small little popcorn stuff here. That's not really, need a popcorn magnet to get that out of there. I don't know how else to get it out. But I think I'm going to we'll try and run this. Okay, so let's try this out real quick. Looks like it's going to run, and actually ran pretty smooth. Yep, that's the traditional True Blast 2. I'm going to say this is probably a Williams by Bachmann. This model's seems to be in really good, excellent shape. I haven't done any servicing to it yet, of course. It also has a bell. Yeah, the sounds aren't that great on these, so but these are really nice models, I think. kind of a sharp looking engine. So it actually has a Wabash flag. It's hard to see in there on this end. You guys can see that down in there, the Wabash flag. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know. No, it doesn't have one on this end, so I'm not really sure what orientation the Wabash would have ran theirs in. It seems like most of these were set up to run long hood forward. But yeah, I guess my reasoning for never liking the Trainmaster, I just always thought they were kind of uninspiring. They just looked to me like a big slab-sided boxcar with a window on the side here. But come to understand that they're really a beast of an engine. So, you know, they pull really well, especially these Williams models. It's a really, really nice model. So there's the first addition to my collection for 2025. Sorry it's taken so long to get around to doing this. I'm just glad that I'm feeling much better now where I can kind of get back to doing some of this. So, you know, this has really set me behind. I had planned on doing some other things to my layout here. That's kind of set me back. So I've got another model I had purchased, so I'm going to get to opening that next. Okay, this next item here is also an item from Trains. This model here is also a Williams model. You know, they just happen to have a good buy on both of these, so I couldn't resist at the time. I'm just glad I'm able to getting around to being finally able to look at these. So, see what we got here. Oh, it's also in a oh yeah, it's also in a styrofoam box. Well, that's kind of nice that they came with these styrofoam boxes. So those are the original boxes. I don't know if you guys can see this yet. Get this out of here. It's a little bit awkward. So what we got here is you guys can probably tell just by, if you're seeing this in the carton, around here. Here's our Williams. On this one it just says, so it's a Williams scale GG1. It's just a single stripe, but you know, this looks in really good shape too. Said something about that the pantographs were bent, but you know, these it says high tension on there. Kind of neat. Here's both sets of pantographs. They look really in pretty good shape to me. This will be interesting. You know, I was a little bit concerned if I could even run this on my layout, so that's going to be another issue. Have to see here. Oh man, this is awkward. Get out of there. Oh, that's nice and long. Take these out. Take a look down here. Oh yeah, you can see this definitely has some runtime. It does have an F on this end. We'll have to see here. And it's got an F on that end. So it's got an F over here and an F over there. So we don't really know which is the front. I'm sure hoping this will run on my layout. I have some real concerns about this. You know, because I don't really need shelf sitters. Here's this pantograph. There we go. There we go. Okay. See if we got a little bit of something on the top of here. I can't tell if that's. Looks like it's going to come off. Looks almost like a little bit like glue residue. I can get some of the styrofoam stuff off of here. Okay. Look at this real quick. Let's see here real quick and see what. I believe this is equipped with the True Blast 2 also. Maybe we can run this here real quick. Well, here she is, guys. I think we're ready to run her now. I put it on the track, and it was locked up completely tight, so the grease had all dried in there. So, you know, through the magic of movie making, I was able to do a complete thorough servicing off camera here, and kind of spared you guys of that. And it's in pretty good shape now. It's ready to run now. So I thought this would be a good time to get a little bit closer look at it. Take a closer look at it here and see some of the features on this model. You know, it's pretty sharp looking. You know, I always have liked the Brunswick green, and that's GG ones, and this, you know, the gold and the red. It's just a very good color combination. It looks very stately. You know, maybe it's just the GG one. That's one thing about Midwester. We never had anything like that ran around here. So, you know, I'm kind of tickled to have this in my collection. And, you know, I'm going to really enjoy it. So, you know, we'll take a look here on this. You can see there on the number board, we got the 4980 on the number board there. It does have some marker lights. You know, they light up with the headlight. You know, it's got a headlight, marker lights front and rear. You know, it is a pretty basic model. Williams aren't really known for like a lot of frills, so you know, it doesn't have directional lighting or anything like that. You know, that doesn't bother me. I don't really care if all the lights are working at the same time. And you know, it's got some other features to it here. I mean, I don't know, back here it's down here, it's got water written down here, and over here it's got fuel oil and water. I really honestly didn't realize it had bars on the windows like that, so that's kind of a neat feature. You know, it does have some front windscreens here, you know, with some wipers. Of course, they're fixed, so I just think it's a really neat looking model. The only problem is I'm not sure what to do about it, is my non-scale GG1 here, which just happens to be another Williams model. It just doesn't look proportionally right anymore, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, but it's just what it is, I guess. It really looked fine until you get a scale GG1, and then you realize just how better looking it is with the proportions being correct. You know, the wheels are even a lot bigger. Of course, it's got a different truck on it. Would have, I guess, with it being you can see they're just a little more spread out looking than that truck there. So just everything being proportionally correct, I guess, on it just makes a big difference. So I don't know, I think it's really kind of a beautiful looking engine. I don't know what you guys think, but I just think they're kind of a sharp looking engine. It must have been pretty impressive to see this thing flying down the track at you. So, you know, it's just kind of a beast of an engine. You know, both of these being Williams models, this one is equipped with flywheels, that one's not. So this one on the ZW here is a little more herky-jerky starting and stopping, so you'll probably notice that when we get them running here in a little bit. I did tell you that the model is equipped with that True Blast sound, so you know, that horn sounds a little bit different than the normal True Blast 2 horns that you hear. We got the Wabash over here. Maybe we can bring him on around. Kind of do a little comparison here. We can do the True Blast on the Wabash. Yeah. Actually, I can kind of live with that. That's that really doesn't bother me that bad. I wish all of them sounded as good as that. We'll try the bell out now. See what the bell's like here on the Wabash. There's that. And then the bell on yeah, there's definitely difference in the tone of the bell too. I didn't really think there was initially, but now that hearing them like that, it's obvious that there's different. Well, let's get these guys running around the layout here a little bit, and I'm going to try to start the non-scale GG1 here, the black one. Yeah, that's as low as I can start that out. And actually, she didn't start too bad. Now you can see that I got pretty lucky. It just barely clears these uprights, so I got lucky with that. That was one of my concerns. This engine does require 0.42 minimum curve, so there's that. Just a really nice looking engines, both of them are actually. Okay, guys, I think that's it for tonight. Just want you to hang in there with me. You know, I'll continue to put out some more videos. I've got quite a few things planned, so don't give up on me as long as I don't get sick again. And you guys be careful too. I mean, this stuff isn't this is not something you want. I'll just put it that way. I want to be extra careful out there, especially if you're old like me. So I'll be putting some more videos out, so just be sure to stay tuned as long as my health holds out. And we'll see you next time. Bye.